2020 annual meetings of the bank here in Ghana. I believe it's the first time we're having physical meetings of the bank since this COVID catastrophe. And we're particularly elated that you have chosen Ghana for this important development. I have already signed the letters for the invitation. I hope the invitations have gone. The various people that I think was agreed between you and the Minister of Finance as the ones to be invited. All that is on its way. What was not included in the letter, though, was what the agenda. The agenda for the meetings, indicating what their contribution or interventions may be. I don't know how that will be. Well, for the presidents, I mean, they ought to know what they're going to be coming to do, other than just being high-level spectators. I don't know. Finance Minister, what is the arrangement? Is it we are to
can include it.
But that's fine. That's excellent. I think that the idea of having this the conference outside Abidjan too is a good idea. We're all stakeholders in the bank, and the symbol and the exposure, especially the exposure for us here in Ghana, is going to be very, very valuable. And that's why we're elated that the conference is coming here. I'm hoping that all the arrangements by now are concluded so that the conference will be held in a really good atmosphere, and that all the various bureaucratic issues have all been sorted out. Mr. Minister, you're the point man in my government for this. Can I assume that that is the case?
It's been good. Yesterday we had a meeting with the team, and then today we gave a presentation to the President.
But I think that the presence of all of these fellow leaders in Africa, I mean, gives us an opportunity to make a really big case about the need to mobilize more resources for you and for the ADF. At the heart of the matter, that's for me the most critical issue. The statement that the World Bank gives more money, finances more activities than the regional financial institutions like the ADF on our continent is not a comforting one. I think that in the best of all possible worlds, we should be in the lead, and that the World Bank supports, but not the other way around. And that therefore requires that we all focus on how best we can to expand the capital base of both the bank and the ADF, give them a greater significance in terms of being able to raise money in the global money markets, so that it can play the lead role in the financing of our development. Everything that comes out of the bank indicates a much greater understanding, if I may say so, of our issues, and as it should be. But we need also to back that understanding with the wherewithal to act. So having this conference here and having significant African leaders here, hopefully, to be able to make this clarion call, I think is going to be a very important development for all of us. And that's the outcome of that. I mean, is the most significant. We continue to be very grateful for the close interest the bank has been taking in our own development. You mentioned some of the areas of activity that you've been financing. We continue to be very, very appreciative, and we're expecting, of course, that more will be forthcoming. It's one of the things that whenever you go visiting the countryside here in Ghana, you go to areas where the chiefs themselves are not particularly literate in English, but they all know about Oliver Twist. Mr. President, you've done this for us, but we want more. So it's the same, as it were. But thank you very much for coming. Once again, let me welcome your delegation very warmly to Accra. And I'm hoping that the conference, the forthcoming conference here, is going to be really noteworthy and provide us yet another renewal of the bank and its activities. So the replenishment and the other matters are going to be at the head of the agenda, and we need to be able to make a lot of noise about it for the world to hear about. And all of us are extremely delighted at the dynamism with which you have brought to the activities of the bank since you took over. It's been very clear, and the visibility that has emanated from that and now made the bank an institution that people talk about as far as the global economy and Africa's development is concerned. So, more grease to your elbows, yes. And here in Ghana, our government, we are unconditional supporters of the initiatives that emanate from you. I believe that these are all extremely positive and beneficial for all of us. And we'll continue the support and count on Ghana and the various initiatives that you're taking for Ghana's support. So once again, Akwaba, welcome. Yes, you're very, very welcome to Ghana. And how long you be with us today? Just today?
I leave tomorrow morning, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm going straight from here to go and see the Kukusai interchange.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then after that, yes, view you provide for Africa and the passion that you have and the clarity on your pronouncements with regard to our continent and the direction that we should take. And that for me has always been a great encouragement. And I wanted just to let you know, Mr. President, that last year the African Development Bank was ranked by Global Finance as the best multilateral financial institution in the world. Yes, sir. Yeah, and the African Development Fund, and thank you very much for your kind words and willingness to really advocate for it. I'm also glad to let you know that the Center for Global Development in the United States ranked the African Development Fund as the second best concessional financing institution in the world, above all 49 concessional financing institutions in all OECD countries. So thank you for having pride in us. Thank you, sir.
But the intimacy, the bank, of course, is important. We even have an example of it here. Our ambassador in Côte d'Ivoire is the former Secretary General of the bank. So you have a career after when you leave. Yeah. So President, thank you so much for coming, and we'll meet. What you arrive here on the 23rd, 24th?
Yes, it should be arriving here on the